isn't a decision to take lightly. I'm wrestling with a big commitment issue here.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the TV show Breakups that was so surprising they left our jaws on the floor. There may be spoilers.
I never thought that the worst thing you would ever do would be to me.
Number 10, Rory and Dean, Gilmore Girls.
Just ignore me and pay attention to your boyfriend.
Sorry, she can't. I'm not her boyfriend anymore.
What?
You know, I tried to ignore this. I really did.
Throughout the series, Rory navigated her feelings for her two main love interests, Dean and Jess. During a dance marathon in a season 3 episode, Rory's focus became clearer as she and Jess expressed their feelings for one another. But there was just one problem. Rory was still dating Dean.
I cannot control where my glance goes, and the few moments that I can control it, my glance goes to Dean, not to you.
So you can't control when you look at me, but you have to force yourself to look at him? Sorry, man, that's cold.
Considering Dean was Rory's first kiss, first love, and her off and on love interest for the first few seasons, we were stunned when she made the choice to go for Jess. Although this may not have officially been the end for Rory and Dean, it was still a surprising turning point in the series.
And I'm tired, but I'm over it. So go ahead, go, be together. There's nothing standing in your way now, because I'm out.
Number 9, Brooke and Lucas, One Tree Hill. There were many romantic entanglements with this high school turned adult friend group, and one that was unexpectedly adorable was Breakups.
And because we're both gonna get pneumonia, but if you need to hear why I love you, I can go on all night.
Lucas and Peyton had stood out early in the show as potential love interests, so when Lucas ended up with Peyton's best friend Brooke, we were pretty surprised.
And I just needed to be alone, but that doesn't mean that I didn't miss you, Brooke. Because I did.
Needed to hear your voice.
They ended up realizing that despite their attraction, there weren't many commonalities between them, and that mixed with his lingering feelings for Peyton led to their demise. Their emotional breakup showed unforeseen vulnerabilities in both of them and left us in awe of what their relationship could have been like under different circumstances.
You're pretty much screwed no matter what you say.
It shouldn't be like this, Doug. I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore.
Number 8, Jess and Nick, New Girl. For the first few seasons of New Girl, we waited not so patiently for these two reluctant roommates to get together. The chemistry between them was evident from the start, and we were over the moon when they got together near the end of season 2.
Hey, give me the keys.
Where are we going?
I don't know. Where do we come from? Where do we go? Where did we come from?
But they both carried some baggage, and that caused trouble in their relationship, like Nick's inability to communicate and Jess's unrealistic expectations.
What do you want from me, Jess?
I just want you to take a little more responsibility, just a little bit
And
more.
I want you to have a little faith in me. I've gotten this far in my life, and I'm doing just fine.
These all came to a boiling point at the end of season 3, when, after attending a wedding together, they decide they are on different pages and call it quits. Considering how long it took them to get to this point, we were shocked that they ended things so abruptly.
I really miss my friend too.
So what does that mean? Are we...
Yeah.
Number 7, Christina and Burke, Grey's Anatomy. These two were part of the original surgical residents in the series, and their competitive nature was a clear commonality from the beginning that ended up driving them together romantically.
What is this that we're doing here? What is it?
You need a definition?
We were shown that balancing their demanding careers with their relationship wasn't easy, and we saw them tackle their fair share of issues. But when Christina discovered Burke's hand tremor, everything changed.
You cooking for me?
I am not. You know, you can take a leave of absence if you want to, but you're not going to sit on your ass all day. You're gonna work hard. You're gonna get every bit of your strength and dexterity back.
They got engaged after the hand trimmer was revealed, and it turned out their problems were only beginning. Burke and Christina called off the wedding the day of, and Burke ended up leaving, even handing in his resignation, turning Christina's world upside down and dropping our jaws to the floor.
I didn't want to before, but I want to now. I really think I want this.
I really wish that you didn't think.
Number 6, Donna and Eric. That 70s show. Donna and Eric had been friends since they were children, with Eric crushing on her practically forever.
I was so in.
You're still in.
Look, Donna, I want to be your boyfriend, and you're all I ever think about. Will you wear my class ring?
Yes.
Eric won her heart in the first season, battling Hyde for it. And near the end of the third season, Eric decided to show his commitment to Donna with a promise ring. Donna accepted at first, but got overwhelmed at the implication of the ring, fearing that they were too young to know what they wanted.
Sometimes I'm by myself. All I mean is I don't know. Neither of us does. And this ring is just a stupid high school promise.
When she gave the ring back, Eric broke up with her, and we were shocked to see that this breakup lasted for an entire season and wouldn't be their last.
Are you breaking up with me?
Well, are you giving back that ring?
Yes.
We were so happy that the finale saw them finally get together. Number 5, Amy and Sheldon, The Big Bang Theory. We rated Howard and Raj as unlikely to find long-term partners, but thought Sheldon was an even longer shot.
That all forms of physical contact up to and including coitus are off the table.
May I buy you a beverage?
Tepid water, please.
So when his friends thought it would be interesting to create an online dating profile for him, we were as shocked as they were to find a match in Amy Farrah Fowler. She shared many personality traits with him and was similarly well educated, but they both struggled to navigate this new relationship.
Do you understand the irony of your fixation on a man with super speed, while after 5 years, all I can get out of you is a distracted makeout session on a couch?
These difficulties led to Amy calling it a day at the end of season 8. If that wasn't unbelievable enough, it was revealed right after that Sheldon had an engagement ring for Amy, and our hearts were collectively shattered.
Well, Gollum, you're an expert on rings. What do I do with this one?
Number 4, Blair and Chuck, Gossip Girl. This couple had more ups and downs than most, and were on again, off again, through most of the series.
When you bought the Empire, you told me you knew you could do it because I believe in you. That hasn't changed. You'll find a way.
When are you going to get it? There is no way!
Even though they eventually ended up getting married and having a son together, they had to battle through some particularly brutal and unexpected times first. One of these occurred in season 3, when Chuck orchestrated a scheme to defeat his uncle and used Blair to achieve this.
If you don't want me, then why did you set this up?
I told Chuck I'd take either you or the hotel. He chose to give me you.
When Jack told her how Chuck involved her in his mess, she was devastated, and it was crushing to watch the scene in which she confronted Chuck about this.
Even if it means losing me instead. All I ever did was love you.
She told him how all she ever did was love him, and it was truly devastating and disconcerting to watch. Number 3, Ian and Nikki, Shameless. This relationship was perhaps one of the most unexpected on Shameless, but quickly became one of the most beloved. Their families didn't exactly get along, and Nikki's father tragically deeply disapproved of his son's sexuality.
You don't understand. Oh, I do understand. I understand better than anyone that you're afraid of your father. You're afraid of your wife. You're afraid to be who you are.
But one of the toughest moments they encountered was Ian's struggle with his untreated bipolar disorder. Mickey believed he could help him through the drastic highs and lows he was experiencing, but Ian couldn't put him through that.
Too much! Too much is wrong with me. That's the problem, isn't it? Too much is wrong with me. And you can't do anything about that. You can't change it.
Mickey broke up with him upon realizing their relationship was no longer working.
This is it. This is you breaking up with me.
Yeah.
Really?
It was clear that there was still so much love between them, which made this parting even more shocking. And we were so thankful that this breakup didn't last forever. Number 2, Alexis and Ted, Schitt's Creek. The first time Ted and Alexis got together, they had a fun-loving relationship, but it wasn't meant to last.
Probably better if we just adult hug and adult work together.
I totally get that.
It took a few seasons for her to realize her true feelings for Ted after working for him and watching him fall for someone else.
I'm Ted. I'm newly single. And I'd be kidding myself if I told you that I haven't wanted to do this every single day for the last 2 years.
We couldn't have been happier when they finally got back together. During their time together, Alexis started her career in PR, while Ted got an opportunity to work in the Galapagos, and they realized that they had to follow their dreams down paths that would take them away from one another.
I'd like to think that we helped each other get here.
I know that we did.
And when you get on that plane tomorrow, I want you to know how grateful I am to have met you.
It was a surprising breakup, but it was also a mature moment of personal growth for both of them. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Veronica and Logan, Veronica Mars. When Logan's father is acquitted, he and Veronica shockingly call it quits.
And I think we can take a tough but survivable amount of pain now, or stay together and deal with unbearable pain later.
Mindy and Danny, The Mindy Project. The classic battle of career versus romance led to this couple's demise.
Any child would love to be with you, would love to have you as a mom. Why not do it again?
I'm also a good doctor. I don't want to have to give up anymore to have more kids.
Maggie and Alex, Supergirl. When these two can't agree about having kids in their future, they surprisingly split.
I'm gonna feel it forever. I wish I could change the way I feel.
Olivia and Fitz, Scandal. The high stakes of their relationship takes a toll that ends their entanglement.
I was trying to save us!
There is no us! There is no this! There is no Vermont! There is no jam! There is no future!
Rachel and Finn, Glee. On the day that would have been their wedding, Finn sends Rachel to New York.
The more I will grow, gotta have roots before branches.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Lily and Marshall, How I Met Your Mother. While Ted was on his quest for love, his two best friends were a steadfast example of what true love looked like. That was until the end of the first season, when Lily applied to an art program across the country during a time that would interfere with her and Marshall's wedding.
To do this, did I leave the room at some point? When did that happen?
Oh, maybe when you said you wouldn't let me do it.
I never said that! You know, if you're having these kind of doubts now, what's gonna change in 3 months? Maybe we just shouldn't get married at all.
Maybe not.
This was Lily's realization that she hadn't experienced enough on her own before settling down, and the roller coaster that she and Marshall experienced as a result was soul crushing.
3 months becomes forever. Can you promise me that that's not gonna happen?
Marshall.
Because if you can't promise me that we should just break up right now, I'm not going to wait around for 3 months just to have my heart ripped out.
They eventually found their way back to each other, marrying and having 3 kids by the end of the series. But this breakup was a highly unexpected and heartbreaking way to end the first season.
In just one night, everything had changed.
Let us know which breakup left you dumbfounded in the comments.
I love you.
Yeah, well, I don't love you.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.